it's Jackie here from Stampingjack. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and it's time for Facebook Live. So, rather than our normal Monday evening, we've got Friday evening. Today is the 1st of June and today is the day we've been waiting for, which is that the new catalogue is finally live. So, I know lots of you will have received your catalogues in the post already. I hope you are enjoying them. But if you haven't got your hands on one already, here it is. I've shown you the cover of this before, but haven't been allowed to show you what's inside. And it is full to the brim with fantastic, fantastic new goodies. Hi Kathy, welcome. So what we're going to do tonight is I've got a prize. I've got our ink pad to give away from last week. I'm going to show you some stuff in the catalogue. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some shares that I'm doing, product and shares, and of course some crafting with some of the new stuff. So I've got quite a lot lined up for you today. Let me just check my settings before we get going. But when you join, just leave me a comment and say hi so I know you're here. Let me just double check here. Who have we got? How are you, Kathy? How's it going? Are you enjoying your new goodies? Right, where are we? Here we are. Okay, righto. I can see some people joining in. So, first things first, let's do the draw for last week. So every week now I do a prize draw. Hi Doreen, welcome. Do a prize draw, so please make sure to share the video for a new prize. So let me start that again, shall we? So last week the prize was a mint macaron ink pads. This is one of our brand new ink pads, and anyone who shared the video was entered into the draw. So let's just see. I've got a few. There weren't that many. Hopefully next week we'll have more. So let's see who we've got this time. We have Kathy. Hey, you're here. So well done, Kathy. You get the mint macaron ink pad. I will pop that in the post to you. Thanks, Doreen. Right, so for next week I have another ink pad here. So that's the new Blackberry Bliss ink pad. So again, make sure to share this video. If you're watching the replay or watching it on YouTube, then share it then too. And next week I will draw again and we'll give that one away. So Kathy, oh, you've been away from home. So hopefully you'll get to do some crafting tonight, or this weekend I should say. So what's been going on? Well, apart from the new catalogue, what's been going on? Well, it was my birthday during the week. So I had a really, really nice time. I got spoiled rotten. My son made me tea and toast for breakfast, which is the first time he sort of cooked by himself. So I was really proud of him for that. And it was even a nice cup of tea, so it was great. But let's get on to the catalogue, shall we? Now, Doreen and Kathy, you've probably got your... See, Bliss, if you share, you're in the draw. It's got to be yours. It's your colour, isn't it? So here we are, the catalogue. It's fantastic. If you have a copy of the catalogue, have it with you, because I might ask a few questions a bit later on for some prizes and things like that. So, yeah, go get your catalogue. Make sure you got it with you. So here we are. So we've got... Let's see, I'm not going to go through the pages all at once, but what we've got here is you can see all our lovely colours, and I've been having so much fun playing with these colours. I haven't quite found a favourite yet, excuse me, but one of the things I wanted to tell you about before we get started is the product shares that I'm going to be doing. So I've had this asked of me a few times, and this year is the first year I'm doing it. So this year we have... These are the new papers. So we've got 21 new papers. Hi, Monica. Welcome. And, you know, that's a lot of paper. It's all gorgeous. And it'd be great to get it all, but I think the cost of buying all of this paper would be £250 or something ridiculous like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer a paper share, and what you get for your paper share is you get a quarter pack of every single one of the paper packs in here, including these ones down here which have the in colours, and let me just show you. So for example, this is the in colour pack. So you got spots on one side, stripes on another. So you would get a quarter of that pack, and that pack has 40 sheets, so you would get 10 sheets. Okay, and then when it comes to the 12 by 12 paper packs, hi Lynn, welcome. What I do is I basically cut the pages in four, so I cut them down to 6 by 6 size, and you get a quarter share of those. So for example, in this this one here, where there's 12 sheets of paper, you would get 12 6 by 6 sheets. So all in all, I don't know how many sheets, I think you get nearly 300 sheets of paper or whatever. And also with that, postage is free, and you also get to choose one of our glimmer papers for free, which is great. So all of that, I think, I should have written my notes, but I can't remember, comes to £65. Okay, then the other thing we've got is our ribbons. So again, we've got lots of fabulous ribbons in here, various different colours, designs, everything. And what this one does is, again, to buy all of these ribbons will cost you more than £400. But for this, what you get is at least 1 metre of every single ribbon on these 2 pages. And with the twines and things, you get at least 2 meters of each. So you get more than 60, nearly 70 meters of, no, I think it's 90 meters of ribbon and trim. And again, that's £60. Postage is free. And you get to choose with that one of our foil paper packs. So one of these. Okay. And then if you order both, you get the glimmer paper free, you get the foil sheets free, and I'll give you a pack of rhinestones for free. So I have all the details on my blog. I'll post a link up to my page soon so that you can go and have a look. And how it will work is that you have until the 20th of June to register and pay. And then I will order all of the bits. I'll cut it all up and package it up for you and send it out. And you should get your stuff around about the middle of July. So it's a really fantastic way of just getting a little bit of everything. And then obviously once you've got your hands on it and you've played with it, then you'll know what it is that you really like, and then you can go ahead and order more of it if you wish. But you know, a metre of ribbon is plenty for your project. You get a couple of cards out of that, so it really gives you a good opportunity to sample all of that. So that's product shares, and as I say, I'll post a link to that in the post below and on my page. The second thing is just to remind you that the open house, if you're reasonably local to me, I'm holding an open house here on the 16th of June, which is a Saturday. And I'm doing 2 sessions. I'm doing a morning session from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. and an afternoon session from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So if you're a little bit further away, like you, Lynn and Doreen, perhaps it might be worth a drive. Come and see me. Join in. There's goodie bags, there's prizes, there's make and takes to do. There's all sorts of stuff, and I have lots of samples for you to get inspiration from. And it's just a great crafty morning or afternoon. It's completely free, but you do need to book your place at the table in advance so that I can make sure to have a goodie bag ready for you. So that's the news. And now let's get on to what we're all really here for, which is a little bit of crafting. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. I've had so much fun with this. I haven't marked mine up yet, but I've been through it, and I've got a really long list of stuff that I want. It's going to be tough to choose, but of course I got to get a little bit early, so I may have to wait a little bit longer before I get some more stuff. I haven't played with everything yet. So the first, what shall I start with? Do you know what? Seeing as Doreen's on, I'm going to start with a butterfly. Okay, I'm going to start with this one here. Okay, so this uses the Abstract Impressions stamp set, which of course is new. This is, I'm just going to have so much fun with this one, I can tell. All right, and then the coordinating dies, okay, which has this beautiful, huge corner die cut, a small flower, and this butterfly. So we're going to make this card using these two items, okay? And when you buy these two together, it's 10% discount, which is excellent. So you're welcome, Doreen. So this one is using Mango Melody and Poppy Parade, which are two of our new colours. Ooh, a heart, yay! And what I want to do for the next one is I'm just going to reverse them round a bit. So what we've got is, we've got our Whisper White card base to start with. So just fold that. Okay. And then we've got our Mango Melody layer and our Whisper White layer. Now, I have to say, normally red and orange, I wouldn't normally put those two colours together, but actually I think they work really well. And I've die cut the butterfly in Mango Melody. Fabulous, isn't he? I have to say, when I saw the picture of him, I wasn't that sure about it, but now that I see him in person, I really, really, really like it. All right. And then we've got our ink pads, which are Poppy Parade and Mango Melody. And what I'm going to use from here is, there's this image here. Okay, so this is a two-step stamping stamp set. And the idea is that these are flower tops, and this is sort of the shading that goes on top of it. But I'm going to use this to create a background on my stamp. So I need this one, and I need the thank you. Okay. Like I say, my brain is literally bursting with ideas for this. Hi, Fran, welcome. You made it. As I say, my brain is literally just bursting with ideas for this particular bundle. So let's just put these in our blocks. All right. So I'm going to bring in my Whisper White. And we've got our Poppy Parade. And all I'm going to do is just ink this up and just stamp like so. Okay. Just to create that variation. Okay, and then we bring in our butterfly and we lay him over the top. And I want a little bit more, but I want a scrap. Hang on. I'm going to stamp off the edge here, so, okay. So we've just got this stripe effectively across the middle of our card, okay? Like so, and then we take our sentiment, our thank you, and just stamp that along the bottom. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, nearly there. Very, very easy, this card. So next we want, just want some dimensionals on the back of my butterfly. There we are. Thanks, Monica. As I say, I love this stamp set. Every year there's something that just, you know, I start playing with it and I can't play with anything else. So this is one of the ones I think I'm going to have to make a conscious effort to put away. So we're just going to put some glue on the back here. Layer it onto the Mango Melody. Okay. Now, while I think of it, ooh, I've got a bit of smudge there. So I'll sort that out in a minute. Whilst I think of it, obviously we've had a lot of new colours come out recently. And to get all of those colours, right, again, it's a bit like the ribbons and things, it's very expensive. And even when you're buying your regular colours, you know, you don't really, unless you're like me and you're doing a lot of crafting, an entire 24 sheets of one colour is really a lot. And kind of you want to do more than that. So there's two ways around that. One is in the catalogue, where the papers are. With each paper pack, okay, you'll see that there's a cardstock pack that goes with it that has 3 of the colours that coordinate. So that's a really good way if you're ordering a pack of paper to get the coordinating cardstock. But the other thing that I do is what you can do is you can order a ream of paper of cardstock from me. So that's 24 sheets. And you can choose whatever colours you want in there. And just by paying, I think it's £2.95 postage and the £8 which it is to order the paper, you can pick any 24 sheets you like. So you could pick, 12 sheets of 2 colours. You could pick 24 individual sheets. So it's a fantastic way to just, again, without having to get lots and lots of one colour, it's just to try out lots of different colours. Okay, so again, I will post a link to that on my page. And then we just finish this one off. Like so. How simple is that? How easy is that? And again, you could make that in all sorts of colours. Now I'm just going to rub out my little boo-boos here on the side. That's one. There's the other one. So there we go. That's our first card using the abstract impressions. So let me know which one you prefer. Do you prefer the red butterfly or the Mango Melody butterfly? So Poppy Parade or Mango Melody. But again, using exactly the same colours for both cards, you just get different results, which is, one of the great things about stamping. So whilst you do that, I'm just going to get out the bits for our next card. All right. Poppy Parade, Fran. Poppy Parade. Yeah. So while I've got you guys on, just to remind you that if you share the video, I'm going to give away a Blackberry Bliss stamp pad, ink pad next week. So make sure to share the video. Let me know you shared so that I can enter you into the draw. And now I have a question for you guys. Mango Bliss, lovely. Is those of you who have the catalogue already or who've had a look at it, I'd like you to leave me a comment and let me know what your favourite thing from it so far is. So what's number 1 on your wish list of what you want from this year's catalogue? Right, so that's card number 1. Now for card number 2, we're going to stick with the stamp set. But I'm going to create, this time I'm going to use the coordinating paper. Okay, so look at this paper. Just look at the colours and patterns in this. Isn't this gorgeous? I love this one. It's just beautiful, beautiful. And then of course you've got different patterns on the other side. Stained glass, Fran. Fran, we're going to play with that in a little while. That's one of the ones for tonight. There we go. So we're going to use the abstract impressions paper and the coordinating stamp set. And we're going to make this card. How cool is that? Okay, and it's easy, but again, it's one of my favourite kind of cards. Easy peasy, but really a wow card, okay? But we're going to change up the colours a little bit. So we're going to start with, we're going to use Blueberry Bushel and a piece of white. So we're going to start with our Blueberry Bushel card base. Okay. Bliss, are there stamp sets of just writing? Yes, Bliss, there's lots of stamp sets that have just words and sentiments in them. And there are also stamp sets that have alphabets, so you can make your own words. You can put them all together and do whatever you like with it. If you PM me your address, I'll send you a catalogue. Okay, thanks, Lynn, for sharing. Right, so then we've got our piece of designer series paper, and we've got just a piece of Whisper White, and I've made them the same size as one another. Can you see that? So all I'm going to do is just make a mark on my piece of paper with a pencil, if I can find it. Where is it? I'll just use a little pen. So I'm just going to make a small mark halfway down. Okay? Like so. You see that? And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut in. Now I don't have an exact measurement for this, but I'm going to cut in about halfway. Okay, so what I tend to do is I start with half, and then if I want more I can add it. It depends really on what sentiment you want to put in here. Okay, so I'm just going to move this so I can see, you can see I want this to be a bit more open than that. Okay, so I'm going to cut it a little bit more. And that's more what I'm looking for. Okay, so that's that, and then I'm just going to pop a mini dimensional on each corner here. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my cardstock. Thanks, Monica, I love this paper, it's just fabulous. Right, and I'm just going to use this as a guide, like as usual. I always try to place my stuff before I actually stamp down. Okay, so I can see I've got a gap there, and that's what I want. So now I'm going to take the "There's So Much to Love About You" sentiment from here, and I'm going to stamp it using lovely lipstick, which is one of the colours in the paper. Okay, I love the fact that our colours all go together, so it really makes it easy to get a really pulled together look. Alright, so I'm just going to pull that back and just hold it, okay, so that I can line my stamp up. Okay, I'm just going to see where I want it to go, and then just stamp it down. Make sure I get it straight, or as straight as possible. There we go. And then just double check. Yep. Alright, so that's where I want it to be. Then what I want to do is just flip my paper over, and I want to put glue just along these three sides here, not these two. Okay? So we're just going to do that. Whoa! It's hot in my conservatory, and my glue has gotten very, very runny. So let me just grab something. Hang on. Don't want that much glue in that corner because it will just ooze out. Okay, so I'm just going to pick a bit off. Alright, then we're going to bring back in our piece, and because they're the same size, all you need to do is to just line them up like so. Okay, so press down on the side, and wet glue is the best for this because you get this all important wiggle room. Okay, and then make sure to press the corners down. Okay, hi Sue, welcome. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that for a second because I want my corners to set a little bit, and while I do that, I'm going to get the glue off my hands, and I'm going to tie our bow. I'm going to show you how I tie a bow. Okay, so I keep the bow, the ribbon on the reel, so I make a loop and another loop. Okay, cross them over like so, pull this one through, whoop, pop it through, and then pull, and you've got a lovely. And then to adjust it, you pinch the knot, and you can adjust your bow as you wish. Okay, show you that one more time, because I know lots of people are bow challenged, and it can be really tricky. And I do find that if you have trouble with bows, the best thing to do is to tie it off your card and then stick it on. So 2 loops, cross one over the other, push that one through, and then pull. Okay, the other tip is when you're tying bows, I know we like to save our ribbon, yeah, but give yourself plenty of ribbon. Just makes it life so much easier. Okay, so there we've got our bow. Alright, and then we can just trim it off. Okay, so this is, again, Blueberry Bushel thin grosgrain ribbon. It's gorgeous, really pretty. So we'll bring our piece back, and now what we're going to do, is that how he does it, Sue? That's how my son ties his shoelaces. But for some reason it doesn't work so well with shoelaces. I'm not sure why. Okay, so we'll peel off our dimensionals, and then holding the corner, you just peel it back. And what you want is, you don't want a crease here. That's why I didn't score it, because I want it to be like it's just been peeled back. Okay, and again with the dimensionals, you've got a little bit of wiggle room to get it exactly as you want it. There you go, look at that. Ta-da! Super simple. But I guarantee you, you give somebody this card, or a card using this technique, and they'd be like, wow, just looks so stunning. And these papers are just so beautiful and vibrant, they just really make it pop. And then all I've done is just pop the ribbon on the join there. Okay, trim that bit off. Okay, and then we bring back in our base, and we just glue the whole lot on. Thanks, Monica. It's just, like I said, it's my favourite kind of technique that, you know, it's easy, really easy, but it just looks amazing. Because at the end of the day, I'm a lazy crafter. I don't like to spend hours and hours on a single card. There we go. Ta-da! So let me know which one of these is your favourite. Is it the lipstick, the pink one, or the blueberry bushel, the blue one? Right, well, I'm going to clean my hands. 1 second. And get a wipe. Otherwise, I'll get glue all over everything. I don't want that. Oh, thanks, Sue. That's so kind of you. I have to say, I don't think of myself as talented. One of the things I've found, and it's a quote I heard a long time ago, and it's absolutely true, is that creativity is like a muscle. The more you use it, the better it gets. And I find that now, when I don't craft for a little while, it really can take me a while to get back into the swing of it. But when I'm crafting like this every week, and that's one of the reasons I really love doing the lives, is because every week I'm making something new. And it just helps keep things going, and it just keeps it, I said, the more I make, the more ideas I have. And there's so much inspiration out there. But it really thrills me to hear that you guys enjoy these shows, because that's why I do them. You know, I love sharing this stuff, and I love seeing the wows and seeing, I can't see your faces, but when we have classes, when people's faces say, oh wow, I can't believe that, or I can't believe I made that, even more importantly. So absolutely, Sue. So get crafting, everybody. It's good for you. It's good for the soul. All right. It's better than going to the gym, right? It's certainly more fun. Okay. So that's the abstract impressions, and I think you can expect to see lots of projects from me with this stamp set and these dies over the next, well, as long as it stays in the catalogue. I think this is going to be one of my new favourites. But next, we're going to move on to the suite that Fran mentioned, which is the painted glass. Okay. Ooh, we're even on the votes for the different colours, green and blue and red. Okay, so there's this one here, and then we've got the coordinating dies. Now, I haven't played too much with this one yet, and I have to be perfectly honest with you, I have struggled with it a little bit, because it's, you know my cards, they're usually pretty clean and simple, and this is, I love the images, but they're a bit on the busy side, so I haven't quite got my head around it yet, but I've come up with a card for tonight, okay, and it is this one, using one of my favourite colour combinations ever, which is lemon lime twist and black. You just can't go wrong, really, can you? And this, again, is just really, really easy. So let's put these to one side, and I'll show you how we make that one. So I'm going to change the colour scheme up for this one, and I'm going to go with Grapefruit Grove, which is another one of our new colours that I haven't really done a lot with. So we've just got our card base here. Okay, and then we've got our okay, and then we've got our white piece. And then what I've done is I've taken this die from the set, okay, and used it to cut out. Let me just pop it out, get my brush. Let me get this. Get rid of those little pieces. There we go. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, let's clear some of these out of the way. Yeah, I know what you mean, Fran. I know exactly. Oh, and Sue, yes. And that's the thing. Sometimes with this stuff, you see it in the catalogue, and it's not until you see projects made with it that you think, actually, yeah, I could do something. Oh, and yes, Fran, the vellum that goes with it, that you colour. I've done a couple of cards with that a few weeks ago, and it's just stunning. Absolutely beautiful. So even if you didn't get the stamp set, and you just bought that vellum, beautiful, beautiful cards. And that vellum is included in my paper share, actually. Right, so we've got our Grapefruit Grove. And I'm going to take this large mandala style. Looks like the rose window at Notre Dame or something, doesn't it? Okay, and all we're going to do is just create our background by stamping. Okay. Now what I say with this one, because it's a large image and we're not going to fill it in with any others, is I'll just work my way down and do the middle first. Okay, so then you can stamp around it if you wish. Okay, rather than starting on the edge and then being left with a gap in the middle that you can't fill. Okay, let me just put one here. And there we go. Easy, easy, easy. That's that. Okay, and then we're just going to stamp our sentiment in black. So the thank you. I always do thank you because I always need thank you cards. But you know, the sympathy, have a beautiful birthday, a reason to celebrate. As I say, I have to be perfectly honest. These fonts are not my normal style. But you know, it's good to try new things. And sometimes as well, you've got to think, well, when you're making a card, it's not just about your personal preference. It's about the preference and the style and the taste of the person that you're making the card for. So, okay, so just going to ink that up. Do that in the center. Like so. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my double-sided tape, okay, and I'm going to put it on the back of my white piece. I'm just going to put 2 strips. I don't need it to go all the way across because my piece is a little bit wider than I need it. Okay. Yeah. Oop. And then we'll just lay it down on top of the black piece so that it's centered like so. Okay, now just be careful because the back is sticky. Alright, and then I'm going to take my dimensionals, some big ones, and I'm going to pop those on the back. Okay, and then we just lay it onto our card. Like so. Okay, you can see it's wider. I do like to make my things a little bit wider because it just gives me just that little bit of room for error in terms of getting things lined up exactly where I want them to go. And then all we do is we just flip it over and just using the side of the card as a guide with our scissors, we just snip one side and snip the other side. And there we go. Alright, so then we just need to layer, bring back in our layers. So we just layer this up onto some black. Oh, I've done that the wrong way around, but never mind. I'm going to put my black down on here. Okay. And then, gosh, look how runny my glue is, because it's warm in here. How's the weather where you guys are? Is it warm where you guys are? And there we go. Okay. And then, oops, to finish it off, I'm going to use, if I have them here, I'm going to use my black rhinestones, which are retired now, but if you've got regular rhinestones and a black Sharpie marker, then all you got to do is colour your rhinestones and you'll get black. If you've got the blends or any alcohol marker, you can colour your rhinestones and your pearls, so you can get any colour you like. Ooh, hearts, I like it, thank you. There we go. $81, Fran. Gosh, I don't know what that is in centigrade. 81 Fahrenheit. Sounds high. Yeah, it's been really hot and muggy here in the UK. So you've got the heat but no sun, so it's a bit blur. And the nights have been really close, which made it difficult to sleep. So there we go. We've got Grapefruit Grove and Lemon Lime Twist. So a really, really simple, straightforward card. I think I'm going to play with this a little bit. It's starting to come. It's one of those ones that's just a little bit outside my comfort zone, but we'll get there. Be cool, be good. All right, so let me know which do you prefer, Lemon Lime Twist or Grapefruit Grove. And more hearts. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Right, so that's the painted glass bundle. So now for our last card, it's actually 2 cards. So we're going to use another product suite, I suppose, which is the Detailed with Love. Okay, and I'm going to carry on with some, I did masking all last week, so I'm kind of on a bit of a masking thing. You're surprised by Lemon Lime, Fran? I was surprised by Lemon Lime. I didn't like it at all when it first came out, and I just thought it looked like neon green, like ugh. And it's my favourite colour now. I have to specifically stop myself from making it. Right, so what I'm going to use for this next card is I'm going to use this fabulous paper, the Detailed with Love laser die cut paper. So you've got 2 designs, okay? You've got this one. If I take this so you can see it, absolutely beautiful. Okay, it's cream on one side and it's white on the other. Okay, there's that, and then the other design is this one, which is designed to be cut down into the pieces. Oh, so the punch is fantastic. Yeah, and this paper is just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. So in the pack you get 4 of each sheets, but when you do my paper share you get 1 each of these. So this comes to you, this doesn't get cut down, this comes to you as 2 12 by 12 sheets. Just beautiful. So I mean, you know, you could use this piece as a piece of artwork, or you can cut it off, you can just do so many things. It's absolutely beautiful. So what I've done with mine is I have cut mine up. Let me just get my bits. Okay. So what I've done is here I've cut the panel, which is all these leaves, and I've brushed on it. What's the word? Sponged it. God, words are hard today. Okay. But at the same time, I used it as a mask, so I get 2 cards at the same time, which is really cool. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do that. So this is the leaves. So one of the other designs is this flower. Okay, beautiful. So what we need is we need 2 white card bases. I'm going to put those to one side for a minute. And then I've cut a piece of white cardstock the same size as my panel. And I'm going to need my paper again. Okay, And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my masking tape, whoops, falling all over the place here. Now remember last week when I was doing the masking, I said to you to make sure when adding your masking tape that you take away as much of the tack as you can, so that when you pull it away, it doesn't stick to your project. Okay, so I'm just going to do that now. And the cheaper the masking tape, the less sticky it is. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to line these up like so, and then I'm just going to stick them down, and what I'm going to try and do is create a reasonably even border around the edge. If it's not, don't worry, because you can just sponge it if it's uneven or you're not happy with it. Okay, so just doing it on the back of my arm. It's like a waxing, but not a very good one, which is good. Alright, so we'll put this one on this side. Okay. So while I'm doing this, got another question for you ladies. Okay, so got your what's the word? Got your feedback on what your favourites are from the catalogue, favourite products. What is your favourite? Fran, I've got plenty of hair. Far too much. More than I would like. What is your favourite colour in the new catalogue? So all the new in colours, the returning colours, the brand new colours. What's your favourite so far? As I say, I haven't quite decided on one. Oops, sorry. But yeah, definitely Poppy Parade and Lovely Lipstick are in there for me. And the big surprise for me is Mango Melody, because I'm not really, whoops, see, that's why you want to make sure the stickiness is gone from your mask. Ha ha ha. Blueberry, yeah. I'm not really an orange kind of person. I'm definitely not a peach kind of person, but the Mango Melody is just, it's the lemon lime twist for me. It's just caught me and I'm really, really enjoying it. Right, so let's bring our stuff in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our sponge brayer, and I'm going to do a sort of a pinky purpley ombre effect. So let's see how we get on. Okay, so let's start with the lightest. Okay, now when you're using a brayer on your sponge, the temptation is to do this. It's the natural thing to do. But it means all you get is a little bit on just one bit of your roller. The thing to do is to roll your roller in one direction only. And then you get it covered all the way around. Can you see that? So that then when you're rolling it onto your project, you can roll it in two directions, both directions. Like so. Okay. There we go. And these sponges can be washed, so you can reuse them with different colours. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to add in my Holland heather. So because I'm moving from a light colour to a dark colour, I don't need to clean my roller off in between. Lovely Lipstick and Blackberry Bliss, is it, Lynn? Yeah, I love Blackberry Bliss. Okay, I loved it when we had it last time. There we go. Okay. Alright, and then just going to try and blend it a little bit more. And then with the Blackberry Bliss, oh, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, ladies. Oh dear. Oh, excuse me. So the Blackberry Bliss is quite intense. So I'm going to start quite far off, okay, because I don't want to make this too dark. I'm just adding a little at a time. Always when sponging, doing sponging of any sort, add a little at a time, because you can always remove, or you can always add, but you can't remove. Okay. And then just blend it all together. Thank you, Lynn. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we've got that nice ombre effect. Thank you, Sue. I hope it wasn't too loud, didn't offend your ears. Okay, so then I'm going to just carefully pick up our pieces. And you can see that left behind underneath is this beautiful, beautiful panel, but we've also got this panel here. So there we go. I can see that my border, hi Mary, I can see that my border is not quite as even as I would like it to be. So what I'm going to do is take my sponge, okay, and I'm just going to take the pink and just roll it around the edges a little, just so it's less obvious. Pineapple punch drawing, yeah, that's another good one. That's really nice. Okay, so there we go. So there we have our second panel. Okay, so we can put this away. So now we've got, I'm going to make them one at a time. So we've got our Whisper White card base, and as usual, I will get round to posting up a blog post which has all the dimensions and supplies and everything for you, so you can see what we're doing. Okay, so first off, we've got this piece here, and we're going to layer that onto a piece of Blackberry Bliss, like so. Okay, like that. And then we're going to, what do I want? We're going to use, where did I put my stuff? Oh, here it is. I'm going to stamp the happy birthday in Blackberry Bliss. Okay, just here. Okay, like so. I'm going to trim it down with my banner punch. It's a bit shorter, I think. Let's get it lined up. There, that's better. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit of double-sided tape, and just about where I plan to put my, actually, no, I'm going to glue this down first, okay? So with this, don't want a lot of glue because I don't want it oozing out through the panel, okay? So here we go. And this is quite a closed pattern, so you don't need it everywhere. You might just want to put it on a few little dots here and there just to secure it. But this panel will lay quite flat all by itself, so you don't need tons and tons of glue. Okay, there we go. Flip that over and just line that up. Okay, just need to be careful because my hands are getting inky, so I'm just going to use a tissue to press down. Okay, and I think this needs a little bit of shimmer, so I'm going to add some Weaker Stella to it. There we go. Right, let's bring back our sentiment. So yes, I want to lay down a little bit of double-sided tape here. You'll see why in just a second. Okay, I'm going to peel that off. doesn't want to come. Let me get my, let's try it again. There we go. A bit like the normal glue, sometimes the heat and humidity plays havoc. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my silver thread. I'm just going to create a little bit of interest at the back. So what I'm going to do is, there we go, so just wrap it round, 3 fingers, then 4 fingers, okay, and then just trim it off. So what you end up with is this nice little loop. Alright, and what I want to do, make some space. And what I want to do is just lay this down over my double-sided tape. Okay, I don't want it to be neat necessarily, okay, because I just want to add a little bit of extra texture. But what I want to make sure of is that I don't have any ends poking out. Can you see like that? So if I've got an end, I'll just press it in so it doesn't stick out. There we go, I've got an end here. There we go. And then for our happy birthday, we just take our mini dimensionals, pop those on the back. Just lay that down like so, and then again as before, just trim this edge off. Okay, and then I'm going to get my rhinestones. I'm just going to add some sparkles. Now you could add a sparkle, add a rhinestone to every flower center if you wanted, but I'd be here all night if I did that. So I'm just going to add it to a few, just to add a little bit of interest. Let's see, let's have one in there. Okay, and then let's put one down here. Okay, and then this just glues onto the back, or onto a card base I should say. Alright, so that's one. Okay, so that's using the actual piece of paper from the paper pack. Okay, now coming back, we've got this piece which we've stenciled basically, and so all I'm going to do is just glue this piece to a piece of Blackberry Bliss, just like the one before. Okay, but this time what I'm going to do is I've punched, using our label punch, I've punched this piece out of Blackberry Bliss, which I'm going to put there, and I've also stamped and punched the thank you from the set onto a circle. So I'm just going to pop that one up. I keep putting my dimensionals down and then forgetting where I've put them. So, right, so we'll just do that. Go, and I'm going to do the same with the thread. Now the reason I've used my snail here but not in here is normally I use my snail to do this, but because this is an open pattern I didn't want it to catch and tear it, so that's why I just put the double-sided tape down. But snail is easier. You don't have to worry about the snail having the backing peel off. I'm trying to do that like I just did. Okay, so I'm just going to do exactly the same. Okay, and then lay that down. Okay, catch the ends and bring them in. I've got one there, yeah. That's it. And then we're going to take this one, we're going to pop that up as well. There we go. Okay, and then onto our Whisper White card base. and then just glue it down. Easy peasy. So it's a good way, as I say, to get 2 cards out of 1 piece of your designer series paper. There we go. And there we have it. So that's the Delightfully Detailed, which is, or the Detailed with Love stamp set, and the Delightfully Detailed designer series paper. So, just to recap with you, okay, while I tidy up, is obviously the catalogue is live. It's online now, so you can order from now. Remember when you order online to use the hostess code, which you'll find on my website. I'll post it onto the Facebook page so you can see it. And you can order any of this stuff if you like. Also, I've got an open house here on the 16th of June. So if you're around and you can come along, then please do. It'd be lovely to see you. Remember to share this video to be entered into the draw to win a Blackberry Bliss ink pad, which I should give away next week. And also a reminder about the product shares, which is the paper and the ribbon product shares, where you, with the paper, you get a quarter of a pack of every single one of our paper packs. And with the ribbon share, you get at least 1 meter of every single one of our ribbons and at least 2 meters of our twines. So let's just bring back in the cards that we've made. We'll make some room here. So we've got that one. We've got the butterflies. We've got the detailed one. Let's do it that way. And what was the other one? What was the other one? I'm sure we did 4. Ah, yes. Where have they gone? Here they are. And then we did the stained glass ones. Oh, who's cross? Oh dear. Oh, lots of hearts. Yay! So there we go. That's lots and lots and lots. I'll be back again on Monday, back as normal. And on Monday I'll have some even more projects for you using different products, different new things from the catalogue. So as I say, I'd love it if you'd share the video. Make sure you let me know that you shared, enter you into the draw. And let me know which one of these is your favourite. I love all these hearts. Great. Thank you, Fran. You're welcome. Ooh, lovely, lovely. Okay. Top 4. These ones, Lynn. Yeah. I've said I can't decide between these 4. It's hard. They're all my babies. But I don't know. But as I say, if you haven't got your catalogue, you're in the UK and you'd like one, then let me know and I'll send you one. But that's it for tonight. Thank you all. It's been lovely as always having you with me. Oh, you like the butterfly, Monica? Yeah, it's cool. And I will see you again on Monday at 8 o'clock. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.